Um, Had everyone joined? Am I audible?
36 participants are there. I think few among them are teachers. Around 30 students have joined only.
Okay, put a message in the group that join first so that we
Okay.
conclude everything on the time. Because next, I think, is scheduled by Dr. Deshpande, sir. Is from 15. ते असलं तरी मी जे मॅप आहे ते तुम्हाला तिकडूनच घ्यावं लागेल तारिणी मॅडम. नाही नाही.
Shall we start, sir?
I think we should start. 38 have joined.
Yes, sir.
I think there may be some 37, 38 admissions. There is no point
Sorry.
in waiting. We'll start.
Yes. Very good afternoon. I welcome all of you again to the next session. Now, Dr. Respected Subhash Wage sir is going to guide all of us regarding motivational talk. So, before proceeding for this session, I would like to just give a brief regarding his biodata. Dr. Subhash Wage sir, he is done his UG from government, which you are going to study in second year from the Sri Ayurved College, Nagpur. He is a PhD scholar. Besides, he holds many degrees and diplomas. He is currently working as principal at our institute. He has wrote 15 Ayurvedic books and he has got the best book awards twice from the Ranade Foundation, Pune. As well as he has received a prestigious award called Vaidya Yadavji Trikamji Grantha Puraskar from Khadibale Pratishthan, Pune. He has also received Dhanvantari Award, Best Global Teacher Awards to his credit. He has wrote more than 40 research articles in various national as well as international peer-reviewed journals. He has revived 8 lost Sanhitas of Ayurveda and was felicitated at Latur by Ayurveda Update Group for the same. He is on editorial board of many ISSN international journals. He has presented many research papers in various national as well as international conferences, got the best paper award twice. He was a member of team for framing Nidan Dictionary by Government of India. Last but not the least, he has been invited as a resource person in many national as well as international seminars, conferences. He took lectures for international delegates of Brazil, Portugal, Russia, and so on. So the list is too long, but in few words, we have got such dynamic principle. So before wasting no time, I would like to request our principal sir to please proceed with the lecture. Over to you, principal sir.
Thank you, Shrikant sir, for introducing me precisely. As there is a point of motivational talk related to Ayurveda in the transitional curriculum given by NCISM, the idea behind this motivational talk is that most of the students, they come to this course as they could not secure admission to the MBBS course, and their morale is somewhere gets down, and with that down and depressed mentality, they carry forward their education. But this should not be the condition. That's why the positive aspects of our science must be lamented before the coming this new generation of students. And in that series, I would like to, there is one such area where we dominated the world, and still people call our Acharya Sushuda as the father of plastic surgery. Surgery is one such area where people used to come to India to learn the things. As like our modern doctors goes to the Western world to acquire the skills in various techniques. In ancient days, our acharyas made the foreigners to come to the India to learn the things like plastic surgery. You know, the plastics, which is the superfine, one of the finest surgery. And you will be amazed to know in 2014 at AIMS, the devastated nose of Afghan lady due to bomb was reconstructed using the reconstructive surgery, plastic surgery of Sushruta, using Sushruda's technique. So such is the relevance of Sushruda's technique is still in this era also. So let us see the things. So what is plastic surgery? Let us, though it's not actually surgery is not my domain, but uh, to boost your confidence in the science, let me bring these facts to you. The word plastic is derived from the Greek word plastikos, meaning to mold or to give a shape. And it was coined by Carl von Graffe in 1818. This is because, as per modern literature, the surgery involving reconstruction, giving the shape of the organ so as to restore its near original form, is called as plastic surgery. In Ayurveda, it is referred as Sandhana Shastrakriya. You see, in ancient days, there used to be monarchy, Raja Shahi, and Raja used to give the punishment like iska naak kaat do, iska haath kaat do, iska kaan kaat do, likewise. And to reconstruct those cut nose, cut ears, we were having the expertise, and the Westerners, they learned the expertise from us. Let us see how. So who first done it in the plastic surgery, which is also called as reconstructive surgery, was being carried out in India by 2000 BC. Sushruta had described the procedures of nasal, oral, and lip reconstruction, which I'm going to show you in subsequent slides. Not only this, in medieval India, when Akbar was ruling, in India from ancient time to the early 19th century, there was a tradition of plastic operations of nose, ear, and lips. The Kangra district in Himachal Pradesh was most famous for it. The British archaeologist Sir Alexander Cunningham had written about the tradition of Kangra plastic surgery procedures. In the period of Muslim ruler Akbar, a Vaidya named Vidha used to carry out plastic surgeries in the Kangra. Now, what led to the evolution of plastic surgery, as I had already told you, the punishments like amputation of nose, ears in those days had paved the way for this type of surgery. Surgery, in fact, this word Shalya, which is called a Shalya Tantra in our science, Shalya is literally meaning of Shalya is foreign body. And Shalya Tantra is entirely a war medicine. Like that, in those era, war used to take frequently, and the soldiers used to get injured, and with this injured with the weapons, various weapons, and to heal those wounds, to bring out those weapons, the shalyas, this entire branch of Shalya Tantra got developed. Now, how Europeans came to know about it? Both the works of Sushruta and Charaka were translated into Arabic language, and from Arabic language it went to the Europe. In Italy, the Branca family of Sicily and Bologna became familiar with the techniques of Sushruta. Now, how British got the idea? When Britishers invaded India and when they fought various wars, Anglo-Indian wars, and one such war with Tipu Sultan, wherein they came in contact with the physician called Kausaj. And there, how they saw this procedure first, that the cut nose were reconstructed successfully. In their country, they have tried, but because of the faulty techniques, they were not able to survive the nose. And in this technique, Indians were used to graft the nose over the head, and they just by lifting it up and surviving the viable tissues. And British physicians traveled to India to see the rhinoplasty being performed by the Indian surgeons. In the year, this has been documented also in the year 1794. There used to be a magazine called Gentleman's Magazine, which was very famous magazine in those days, which had documented the entire account of this rhinoplasty procedure. And then the British surgeon Joseph Constantine Carpew was associated with York Hospital, spent more than 20 years in India learning India the plastic surgery methods. He came to India, learned the procedures, and by 1815 he himself carried out the rhinoplastic operation by taking out the flap of a skin from the forehead, as the same which Indians were used to do, and successfully revived the nose. And that operation came to know as Carpew's operation. Actually, that is the Sushruda's technique, Sushruda's operation. But as Carpew did in the present era, his name was given to it. You see, the original work was of a Sushruta. Another one name is John Diefenbach, who published the first practical text to describe the principles and techniques of reconstructive surgeries in 1845, and has been credited with the title of father of plastic surgery. But the father of plastic surgery is the Sushruta. As I told you, the Gentleman's Magazine was a very famous magazine, and the last issue was in 1922. It ran up to the 1922. So this is aeroplasty technique, Sushruda's approach. There you can see a shloka, which whose meaning goes like this: if there is only one well-built broad pin-up is present, then this should be cut from the middle into two halves and should be grafted on another side. So if a person gets birth with only 1 year, then Sushruta had asked to take the to cut this pinna into the two halves and graft that other pinna into the other side. So there how they used to carry out the plastic surgery of the that is aeroplasty. There are many such procedures which were carried out in those days. So sometimes this is closed ear, undeveloped ear, and how they used to do the reconstruction of the ear. You can see here in first slide, this is an underdeveloped ear, and there how here is the reconstructed ear. Here you can see the underdeveloped and after the plastic surgery, the fully developed. The steps in ear construction, how the acharyas have suggested. And about the rhinoplasty, means the reconstruction of nose, acharyas have suggested to reconstruct it by following the procedure: plug the leaf of a tree, keep it on the forehead on the zygomatic region, and then cut it in the size of the nose. So Acharya here asked to cut the skin of the forehead and give it by keeping the leaves of that banyan tree, and then give it a shape of a nose, and then and graft it on the zygomatous region. Cut the skin of the forehead or zygous in the proportion of this leaf and give it a shape of nose, and this reconstructed nose should be kept on the region spot to grow by suturing it immediately with the scrapped area. So to increase the viability of the tissue and so as to grow it in the full shape of the nose. Here, this technique was lacking in Western literature. That's why they used to fail in the rhinoplastic procedures. Whereas our scientists, they used to get successful with this technique by following these techniques. So before bandaging, keep the nostrils open, elevated by putting the hollow tube of castor branch or lotus branch in the nose. This is for ensuring the safe airway. Dusting should be done with the powder of sandalwood, rasanjan, estimadu to prevent the infection. When grown adequately, the nose should be separated and reimplanted at its place. The extra grown part should be cut. So this was the ancient technique. Here on the forehead, they used to keep this the leaf, and they used to cut the skin of the leaf size, and then used to give the shape of the nose. And then they used to reconstruct it on the nasal bridge. See how the nose reconstruction now the cut nose, they also grow it on the forehead, so that's tissue gets viability. This is cosmetic surgery, and nowadays cosmetic rhinoplasty and plastic surgeries of for cosmetic purpose is done frequently. This is for deviated nasal septum, naak tircha hona. So after this plastic surgery, you get the nasal septum straightened. Broad nose. You know, Sri Devi was having a broad nose, and how that it was reconstructed. Tip of the nose is broad here, and how it has been reshaped with the plastic surgery. You can see lip reconstruction for the khando in Ayurveda. That abnormality is called as khandosht, broken lips. The lip reconstruction process should be carried out like rhinoplasty. So this is cleft lip, and after the plastic surgery, this is again the khandosht, and after the plastic surgery. Some of the famous faces who had underwent the plastic surgeries. You see Priyanka Chopra before the plastic surgery, after the plastic surgery. Aishwarya Rai before the plastic surgery, after the plastic surgery. The famous Sri Devi, her nose, you see. The Rekha, entire face lifting is done by plastic surgery. Karina, Katrina, all the heroines, they underwent the plastic surgery for cosmetic purpose. Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Lopez, famous Michael Jackson, entirely changed personality after plastic surgery. Now, this relevance of Sushruta's procedure, why I'm showing this slide to you. You see here the heading, doctors used 2,500 years old Sushruta's technique to reconstruct Afghan woman's nose. This has been published in Indian Express, Delhi edition. So it was updated on October 2018 actually. So doctors at AIMS, they reconstructed the broken nose of Afghan woman by using Sushruta's technique in 2018. See, the relevance of Sushruta's technique of plastic surgery is still today. So in nutshell and summary and conclusion, we see that plastic surgery is well documented in Ayurveda, and Sushruta is the father of plastic surgery. Aeroplasty, rhinoplasty, and reconstructive plastic surgeries are well described in Ayurvedic science before 2000 BC, means from 5,000 years from today, as was continued in various parts of India till the late 19th century. British and Europeans got the idea of plastic surgeries from India. Karpuz rhinoplastic operation, which involved the use of flap of skin taken from the forehead, is like Indian rhinoplastic reconstruction, which I already told you. Indian aeroplasty approach is still followed while reconstructing the ear pinna. So thank you for patient listening. But after this slide presentation, you must have come to know that the plastic surgery, actually we are the pioneers of plastic surgery, and world got the idea of plastic surgery from us only. And because of the long rule of foreigners, invaders, since we were ruled by Muslim peoples for Muslim invaders for almost 800 years, and by Britishers for almost 300 years, the credit of inventing all these procedures, we could not sustain it for in the modern era, and that's why these people, the invaders, they took all the knowledge from us. They stole the knowledge from us. They learned the technique from us, and they just gave their label to this entire intellectual property of us. And at that time, there was no law like intellectual property rights now, which we are having in the form of patent or intellectual rights. Had it been so, we would have definitely sued this process. So by taking admission to the BMS course, you need not to lose your morale. Please feel proud about the glory of our ancient medical science and the our ancient doctors, which have brought such a glory to the India that the foreigners they came to India to learn the medical science and medical techniques as we go abroad today now. See what is the difference between that time and this time. So, but friends, with your collective efforts and with determination, devotion, and commitment towards your science, you can restore the glory of your science once again. So, with this, I will stop this lecture for now, and I will invite some of you to ask some questions if you have any. So I will ask some things to you. We will interact few things. Unmute yourselves, students. Unmute yourself. So with this lecture, have you come to know that the Sushruta is the father of plastic surgery?
Sushruta?
Please unmute yourself. One or two can give the answers.
Sushruta is the father of plastic surgery.
So the branch of surgery in our science is called as Shalya Tantra. You got my point?
Yes. Please stay connected. Our next guest speaker will join shortly.